Hello, everyone. I'm John Zernecki, the Director of Athletics, and I wanted to make a quick video to discuss with you the Hartwick College's NIL, or Name, Image, and Likeness policy, as well as a couple procedures and give you some resources to help you out. You'll find online on our website under the Athletic Department our Name, Image, and Likeness policy. Okay, there are a few links here. At the bottom are some resources. Okay, these resources are also available on the policy itself, but you can find them directly on this main page. If you want to read through some of the NCAA's Q&A, quick guides, etc., they are here. Okay, there are two links on this page. The first is the actual policy, and the second is the disclosure form. Okay, I'll talk about the disclosure form when I talk about the policy. So the first thing to know is that Hartwick College and the Department of Athletics support all of you who wish to pursue an opportunity to receive compensation for your NIL. Okay, compensation is defined here. Could be cash, gifts, discounts, payments for other properties, etc. There are quite a few definitions of compensation. Okay, and right now there is not a New York State policy. Some states do have an NIL policy. New York State is not one of them yet. I anticipate something will happen very soon, and at that point we may have to revise our policy, and I will do so accordingly. But at this time, there is no state policy, and it is left to the institutions. So here is our policy. An NIL activity is defined here. Any action that involves the use of your name, image, and likeness for commercial or promotional purposes by yourself or a non-institutional, commercial, nonprofit, or charitable organization. Okay, there's many ways to be compensated. As I said before, some of the permitted activities, you can have sponsored social media posts, make personal appearances, you can get on traditional commercials or advertisements, and you can promote a personal business or, of course, another business endeavor. Those are just a few of the things that are permitted. That's not an exhaustive list, obviously, but that should give you an idea of the types of activities that are permitted. Some of the things that are not permitted within the interim policy are listed here. Pay for play. Okay, you cannot receive compensation for your achievements or participation, meaning you cannot be paid because you've achieved 1,000 points or 25 goals or whatever it may be. Those achievements may help enhance your value to that company, but it can't be considered a consideration for compensation. You cannot be induced through payment, meaning that a company cannot say, I will give you $1,000 if you go to Hartwick, or if you transfer to this institution, or if you stay at this institution for your graduate work. That would be considered impermissible. You can enter into an agreement without work performed, meaning you can't just receive free money just because, right? You have to do something. And finally, the institution and its employees cannot get involved. I'm not permitted to go to a business and speak on your behalf to get a deal for you. I'm not able to enter into a deal with you to help you get that. And I'm not really able to enter into a deal to begin with. But the institution cannot be involved in creating or benefiting from your activity. Okay, that disclosure form that I mentioned is also linked here. I ask that you fill that out and submit it at least 7 days prior to your commitment. So please note when you get it, please look through it, review it, and fill out this form. It's a fillable PDF. It's not very long. It just asks for basic information. And the reason for this is so that I can help you to make sure that any activity that you're involved in is not impermissible, that you're able to partake in that activity and get everything out of it that you need. It's not to say no, it's not to do anything like that. Again, it's just to make sure that all of the policies and procedures are followed. I'm not going to give a recommendation on whether you should or shouldn't do it. I'm going to assume that's what you want to do because you brought it forward, and I'm just going to make sure that it follows, as I've said. The next part here are some of the activities that we prohibit, and I think they'll make some sense to you. You cannot be involved with a vendor that's associated with alcohol products or any substances that are on the NCAA banned substance list, gambling, etc. Right? These are all things that we talk about in our compliance meeting to begin with that are against NCAA rules and regulations. So therefore, you couldn't do that as part of this either. Anything that may negatively affect the college's or department's reputation is something that you couldn't do. I wouldn't think that you'd want to do that anyway, but it's important that that is noted. Okay, a couple other things here. Being involved in an NIL activity does not release you from your responsibility to follow all of the rules and regulations of the NCAA, the department, the conference, etc. You cannot sell, trade, or give away college or department issued items, meaning you can't auction off your jersey, or you can't give away a sweatshirt or a practice shirt or shorts or something like that. While you are participating in that activity, you can absolutely say that you are a student athlete at Hartwick College. You can say that you are a student athlete at Hartwick on X team, but you cannot imply or directly state that the college or the department or anyone else is endorsing that activity that you are doing. These next couple points here, please keep in mind that this agreement, this NIL activity, is an agreement between this company, a company, and you as a person. The college is not involved in this. So that is why you cannot imply that we are endorsing it, because we as a college or department are not involved in this. You as a student athlete may not use logos, images, or other institutional marks. And by extension, you cannot wear team uniforms, team gear, or other identifiable clothing during that activity. Okay, again, this is an agreement between the two of you. You know, the college is not prepared or wanting to lend its brand to this third party at this time. So please note that you will not be permitted to wear the college branded items that identify Hartwick in your activities. You won't be able to alter your uniforms or anything to include business logos on them while you're involved in required team activities. If you want to use a Hartwick facility for something, you must get written consent of either the president or myself. And these last 2 points here, it's very important. Please keep in mind that it's income. Any sort of income that you have could affect your need-based financial aid package that you receive here. And of course, your federal and state income taxes. So I would suggest that you talk with a tax advisor or someone that's knowledgeable about it. And of course, you can talk with the financial aid office so you can have an understanding of how it may affect your financial aid. And international students are also eligible to benefit from their name, image, and likeness. But I would really suggest that you get into contact with appropriate government agencies, because this could affect your education visa and may have other tax implications as an international student athlete. And then, as I said, those same resources are at the bottom of this page. So that's it, quick video. Of course, if you have any questions, please bring them forward, stop by the office. I'm happy to talk through it with you. I hope that you have an opportunity to participate with a name, image, and likeness deal. And if you do, please just be sure to communicate that so that we can make sure that you can remain eligible, don't have any issues, and you can take full advantage of your name, image, and likeness. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, classes are going well, and thank you for your time.